most welcome you all to BioSchool. This is Gayatri. Hope you all are doing well. In today's session, we will see why C. elegans is used as a model organism, its fertilization, cleavage, and the formation of dorsal ventral as well as the left and right axis. So please be with me till the end of the video. Hey everyone, let's know in details about C. elegans and the formation of dorsal ventral as well as right and left axis. You know, the C. elegans, they are the very small and the size is about only 1 millimeter length, and they are the free-living soil nematodes. They are commonly known as the roundworms. C. elegans has a rapid period of embryogenesis, that is about only 16 hours, and which can be accomplished in a petri dish, and it produces relatively few cell types. Okay. Earlier in the life of the C. elegans, they are the male. When they are grown up, then the eggs are developed. Okay. So the adult C. elegans, they are the hermaphrodite, and they produce both the sperm and the eggs. This roundworm can reproduce either by the self-fertilization or by the cross-fertilization. So this is the structure of the C. elegans. Okay. Now we'll see the fertilization. So what will happen? This is the distal end of the C. elegans, where the germ cell it will undergo the mitosis. Okay. First it will undergo the process of the mitosis. As it moves further from the distal tip, then it will enter into the meiosis. Okay, first it will enter the mitosis, then it will enter into the meiotic zone. So only meiosis it forms the sperm. Okay, and which are the stored in the spermatheca. So earlier the meiosis it produced the sperm, and the sperm are the stored in the spermatheca. Later meiosis it will form the eggs. As eggs are fertilized as they roll over through the spermatheca. So first it will produce the sperms that will be stored in the spermatheca, then the later meiosis it will produce the eggs. As the eggs they roll over the sperms, they get fertilized, and early development occurs as the egg is fertilized and they move towards the vulva. Okay, as they move towards the vulvar region. Now the cleavage. After the fertilization there will be the cleavage, and the Caenorhabditis elegans, that is the C. elegans, they exhibit the rotational holoblastic cleavage. Okay, so first cell division, the cleavage furrow is located along the anterior posterior axis. Okay, the first cleavage furrow it is located along the anterior posterior axis, and it forms an anterior founder cell. It will form the anterior founder cell and a posterior stem cell. Anterior AB it is the anterior founder cell, and the P1 it is the posterior stem cell. Then during the second division, what will happen? This the founder cell, that is the AB, it will divide equatorially. That is, it will divide equatorially. That means the longitudinally to the anterior posterior axis. Whereas the P1 cells that divide transversely to produce one founder cell and a posterior stem cell. Okay, this is the first cleavage. Then in the second cleavage, what will happen? This the anterior founder cell, it divide longitudinally. Okay, it divided the longitudinally and it produced the two founder cell, that is the ABA and ABP. But this the P1 cell, that is the posterior stem cell, it divides transversely and it produce the one founder cell and another it is the posterior stem cell. P2 is the posterior stem cell and EMS is the founder cell. EMS is the founder cell. So in each cleavage the founder cell it will produce the founder cells, but the stem cell it will produce one founder cell and another one is the stem cell. Okay, and the founder cell they are divided equatorially, whereas the stem cells they divided transversely. And the descendant cells they are named according to their position relative to their sister cells. See here that ABA, okay, ABA, it is the daughter cell of AB, okay, ABA is the ABA anterior, ABP is the AB posterior daughter cell. So further, when the ABA it is cleaved or it's divided, then it forms the ABAL. ABAL is the daughter cell, okay, it is the left daughter cell of ABA, okay. Similarly, ABAR, here R is the right daughter cell of ABA. So here the descendant cell are named according to their position, okay. So the first, the zygote, it will divided into the anterior founder cell. Founder cell is the AB cells, and the posterior, it is the stem cell, which is P1. Then further, the founder cell, it will divided into anterior AB anterior and the AB posterior cell. Similarly, again it will be divided into AB anterior left, AB anterior right, and AB posterior cell, it will divided into AB posterior left and AB posterior right, and it will forms the AB anterior cells or AB anterior left or the AB anterior right cells. They will produce the pharynx, hypodermis as well as the neurons, whereas the AB posterior left and the AB posterior right cell, they will produce only the hypodermis and the neuron cells. In total, it will the AB cells or the founder cell, it will produce the 389 cells, and the founder cells, they divided by the equatorially or by the longitudinal division. Now come to the posterior stem cell, that is the P1. The posterior stem cell is divided by transversely, divided transversely into the anterior founder cell. This founder cell is known as the EMS, and a posterior anterior founder cell, that is the EMS. EMS is the, it forms the endodome as well as the mesodome, anterior founder cell, and it forms the posterior stem cell. Posterior stem cell, it is marked by the P2, okay. So this the founder cell, that will be further divided into the MS cell. MS is the mesodermal cell, it forms the muscle, pharynx, gonad, and it will produce around the 80 cells. And the EMS, it is divided into MS and E, and the E is the endodermal, it produces the intestinal endodermal cell, it produces the 20 cells, okay. And the P2 stem cell, it will further divided into a founder cells, it is a, this one is the founder cell, and a posterior stem cell. This is the founder cell, that is, it will produce the muscles, hypodermis, it's about the 47 cells. And the P3, the posterior stem cell, it will again divided into the one founder cell. That founder cell is the D, it produces the muscle cell, it has the 20 cells. And a posterior stem cell is named as the P4. P4, it produces the germline cells, it's important, okay. The P4 posterior stem cell, it produce the germline cells, okay. And there are the two germline cells, one is the sperm and another one is the egg. So in this way, exactly 558 cells of newly hatched larvae are generated, okay. Then now we will see the formation of the dorsal ventral and right and left axis, okay. So the dorsal ventral axis of the nematode is seen during the division of the AB cell, okay. So now we will see, as the AB cell divide, it causes the cell to slide, resulting in AB daughter cell being anterior and another one being the posterior. So the first cleavage, we know it started in the anterior posterior direction, okay. As the AB cell divides, this one is the AB cell, the founder cell divides, then it causes the cell to slide, so that the one of the daughter cell, it becomes the anterior, that is the ABA is the anterior cell and ABP is the posterior cell, okay. So then what will happen next? Then this ABP cell, it take a position that is just above the EMS. It will just take the position, ABP cell, it take the position just above the EMS, and the EMS cell that result from the division of P1 stem cells, okay, posterior stem cell. When the P1 stem cell it divide, it forms the founder cell, that is the EMS and P2, okay. So the AB posterior cell, it occupy a position that is just above the EMS cell, and here the ABP cell, it defines the future dorsal side of the embryo. Okay, and this ABP cell, it defines the future dorsal side of the embryo, while the EMS cell, it marks the future ventral side. It marks the future ventral side of the embryo. Okay, now you get it. This one is the anterior end and this one is the posterior end. When the AB cell divides, one of the daughter cell, it occupy the anterior position, and one of the daughter cell, it another being the posterior. So the posterior the daughter cell, it occupy a position just above the EMS cell, and this ABP cell, it define the future dorsal side, whereas the EMS cell, it define the future ventral side of the nematodes. The formation on the left and the right axis, it is specified later on, where the MS cell, okay, where the MS blastomere. So MS blastomere, how it will be formed? When the EMS cell, it will undergo the process of the cell division, then it will divide it into MS cell and E cell. Okay, MS cell and the E cell. When these MS blastomeres, okay, they come in contact with the granddaughter of ABA cell. When MS cell, it come in contact with the granddaughter of the AB anterior cell, they distinguish the right side of the body from the left side. So here you see, when the MS cell, it come in contact with the AB anterior cell, then it forms the AB anterior left side and AB anterior right side. Okay, so by this way, the dorsal, ventral and the left and the right axis of nematodes are formed. Hope now you have a clear idea about the C. elegans, its fertilization and its cleavage and the formation of dorsal, ventral as well as the left and right axis. If you like this video, then please share and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.